Something else that's not very surprising, Elon Musk said his Twitter deal is on temporary hold. He might not buy Twitter. The stock of Twitter crumbled when he announced that he was going to buy it. And I think he's probably trying to, all he cares about is making money. He does not care about making the world a better place. He does not care about freedom of speech. Through his actions, it is clear that he does not care about any of those things. He only cares about profit. Because he grew up entitled. Parents ran a gem mine in apartheid South Africa. I remember I was criticizing Elon Musk, and somebody's like, if you were to compare that to somebody who lived in Canada, he basically grew up like middle class, upper middle class. And my curiosity is, when was there an apartheid in Canada? He grew up privileged. He has massive amounts of fanboys who are probably watching this crying in my comments section right now. How dare you talk bad about my Elon? He's basically like the Batman. He's going to save humanity. Don't you know it's freedom of speech? He's going to bring Trump back. I'm still not on Twitter. I still have my account. It's private. I still haven't even, I don't think about Twitter so much that I haven't even gotten around to downloading my archive, which I don't even think is available for me to download anymore. So I may have to send another request to do it. But if he doesn't come back to Twitter, which it seems like he's not going to, made up some excuse why he's not going to buy it. He probably realized that it was going to expose him in some way if he actually did it. It was going to be more trouble than it's worth to get Trump back on Twitter, because that seems like the only thing anybody cared about that was supposedly free speech was that Trump was going to come back. Oh God, the person that we worship, Donald Trump, who's going to come back. Who's going to come back to Twitter and lay waste to all of the libtards. So yeah, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I don't really give a shit about Twitter. It's like I posted things on Twitter daily, and nobody gave a shit. I have a feeling I was shadow banned on Twitter a decade ago. So the idea of me going on there again is just it is whatever. If this thing doesn't go through, maybe in another year, if Elon Musk is still not the owner of Twitter by this time next year, maybe I'll consider reinstalling Twitter and logging back in. But it's been nice not being on Twitter. I've gotten used to not being on Twitter. My mental health hasn't been able to improve much. I'm not necessarily as angry, but I'm still everything is falling apart. Humanity is falling apart. Society is falling apart. America is falling apart. Twitter was just one more avenue to remind me of how horrible things are. So it's actually been nice to not have that extra drip of pessimism coming into my life. And Elon Musk, I really don't care. I don't care. I used to like Elon Musk. It's crazy. Similarly to Apple, how I was anti-Apple. I used to be pro Elon Musk. I was I was a fan. I was oh, Tesla, yeah. Great. He brought the electric car to the market. It's okay, well, that was going to happen. And he saw a company that was doing it, and he bought them. He bought Tesla. He didn't invent Tesla. He didn't start Tesla. He just took it over. There was even the kid that was tracking Elon Musk's private jet traffic. He was on a podcast and talking about how Elon Musk didn't even know how he was able to track his plane. He didn't know planes were identified individually. So it's Elon Musk isn't a brilliant guy. He probably knows how to hire brilliant people, And because of his inability to communicate normally with people, he sounds like maybe he's on the spectrum, I'm sure. So he sounds, the way he forms his sentences, the way he speaks, sounds like he's got this aura of like genius. But I'm not like exposed. Like him and Joe Rogan, same thing. Used to be a fan of him. And it's like, oh, like the clarity of bullshit that these guys are involved with, it's like so noticeable that and their fanboys, their freak party fanboys and their Elon Musk simps are just intolerable. So as far as I'm concerned, Musk could lose all of his money, which will never happen, but he could, and I really wouldn't care. It wouldn't change my life one way or the other. Like, if he has so much money, he could literally change society globally for the better. But his concern was buying Twitter, or at least pretending to buy Twitter so he could crash the price of Twitter and maybe make money on it. Like, everything he does is to manipulate markets and make money. Allegedly. Like, if you were to judge people by their actions and not their words, which is how you should judge people, because it's easy to say stuff, but it's a different thing to actually do a thing that makes it seem like you care about freedom of speech or people or humanity. He could do it, but he's not. He's not doing anything. His actions do not reflect his words. And when people are like that, when their actions don't reflect their words, you know they're full of shit. But there's people out there that only listen to words, and that's good enough for them. But it's not good enough for me. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at inspireddisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. And follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.